Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me tonight. My name is Jasmine and tonight we're going to be talking about the new moon and how that will affect you for the next 2 weeks. So the new moon just passed here on the 20th of July. It was in the sign of Cancer, the second new moon to be in the sign of Cancer. It's in the later degrees. The first one was in the earlier degrees of Cancer, but this is the one that we get without an eclipse, which is great. So it's not going to be as intense, but still very transformative. So this new moon in Cancer, huge, majorly emotionally triggering. Whether you think you have emotions or not, you're going to see them. And one of the bigger messages that are going to be coming through here is going to be find comfort in not knowing the outcome. And that's easier said than done, but we're all doing our best out here. Find comfort in not knowing the outcome. Also, Cancer itself, the sign, which is the sign that the new moon was in on the 20th, is about family, emotional healing, alone time, home, moving, maternal figures. So those are all things that could be coming into light right now. Like I said, the new moon is happening for each sign in a different house. So with that said, I did want to give you guys a personal download that I got separate from the actual meaning of the new moon. I personally feel a huge pull towards sobriety and clear-headedness. I feel like we're really making sure that our rose-colored glasses don't just come off but stay off, while we pick up our magnifying glass to look at the places in our lives where we have placed a band-aid on a cut that needed to be stitched up. So when thinking about this, you also want to realize that there are going to be some reassessments that happen with all the retrogrades that are going on. Rethinking, reassessing, resorting. Something needs to be sorted out from the past, that we've kind of done something where it's like, oh, I just need to do this to get by. I need to do this to get by. We're not getting by anymore. I feel like there's a lifting of a veil coming up here. So when you do see those things that need to be stitched, you may feel a little bit overwhelmed and a little bit emotional. Try your best to let those emotions release. You want to make sure that your water, which is your emotion, is clean as possible on the inside, okay? It is also very important to remember that you're a spiritual being having a physical experience, not the other way around. So we are still learning how to be human. Give yourself some compassion. Try your best to give compassion to others too, for this is when we need it most. So that's my personal download. So let's go ahead and get into the signs and see where it's happening for you. Sagittarius. Alrighty, so let's talk about where this new moon is placed in your sign. This is going to be in the 8th house. So Scorpio rules the 8th house. I circulate. Shared resources. That's not the only thing. But let's talk about that first, okay? So first, it could be other people's money, other people's resources, other people's contribution to you, material wise, and financially, other people. Now, this happening in the 8th house is here to help you understand the underbelly of the situation. I'm looking here at my notes. And it serves as a reminder of life's complexities. So it's definitely doing that. This house also, Sag, because of that will be, because it's a new moon, this is new energy coming through, new opportunities coming through for these things. So money coming from other sources, new ways of getting that. There could be new push in a direction of success. for both yourself and your partner, or for your partner, or this doesn't have to necessarily be a romantic partner, although it very much could be. If it is not, this could actually be a business partner, and there is a new kind of route that you guys are going to be taking there in regards to your shared resources, or how you help each other out, or how they help you, actually, in this case. So this is also inheritance. So with that said, I want to let you know that the 8th house could also be the occult, death, rebirth, transformation. You could be taking a much deeper dive into self, into spirit. I think I was just telling Leo this. there is an understanding of self and spirit through this. A lot is happening here with with Saturn in Capricorn retrograde, and the new moon and the sun in Cancer, completely opposing each other, right? They're on the other sides of the spectrum. So with that said, you are literally having this sort of regeneration. I'm not sure if you've been dealing with the death recently. If you have been, I can kind of see that reflect in the cards, because the 8th house is also death and rebirth. So let's go ahead and see what other messages we have here through the cards for my Sagittariuses. First and foremost, I have card number 2, which is intuition. In my tried and true tarot deck, this would be the High Priestess. There is a heavy setting surrounding calmness and peace for you, Sagittarius. It puts me there, makes me feel heavy. I don't know, maybe you guys are feeling heavy. I don't know if you've lost someone or something, but there is something coming through for you. You see what's peeking around the door here? It's the sun. When you go internal and you look at yourself and you're in the 8th house here, I am so itchy right now, you guys. Y'all made me itchy. Have been itchy all the readings. Oh no. Okay, so 8th house, having that internal sort of deep dive into yourself is going to really explore that intuition. You might be able to hear it a little bit louder now that you're paying attention to it. You'll see that that intuition is going to bring you a new sense of hope, a new childlike excitement, and I am so excited for you to feel that, Sagittarius, because we all need our Sagittariuses to be excited about something and to love something and to share that and spread that, because you guys do that so well. Next, here we have trapped in fear. 8 of Swords, this would reflect to. Don't want to talk, don't want to listen. There's a communication barrier that's happening that you're removing yourself from. How is that being removed? Spirit, the new moon is here to tell you. You can't hide from it forever. 8 of Wands. So we go from the 8 of Swords to the 8 of Wands. Little did you know that information that you've been hiding from is there to help you. Is there to create new ideas and spark new life into you. Everything is there for a reason. I know that sounds, what's the word? Cliche. I know it sounds cliche, but when you say it enough times, you know, you realize that there's a further meaning to that. Maybe like the original meaning that it had. So yeah, many messages are coming to you now to get you out of this trapped in fear sort of sense. When you realize that you actually do have manifestation powers, you are able to call in and create the life that you desire by putting in an effort towards that direction. The universe is going to send you that information. Wow, this is insane. Then we have New Beginnings, which would actually be the full card in my tried and true tarot deck. We have that accompanied with the Page of Wands. Now, can we talk about a fiery new beginning? Sag. There is a regeneration happening with you right now. I think that you're realizing how much other people value you, how much you are valued to other people. And you're really going to take that in stride. We're going to take that. And we're going to move with it. We're going to move with it. That's going to become a part of us. And we're going to say, oh, okay, well, I can check that off the list. I can use that to my advantage. If not now, maybe later, right? Then we have here heartache and loss. And that's clarified by the 8 of Cups, another 8. This is the third 8 we have here. King of Swords, okay? All the 8s here are really leading me over towards August. So August 14th, we're going to have August 18th, we're going to have a new moon in Leo, I guess, depending on where you live. But, and that's going to be a really good time to start something new for sure. I can see this kind of dragging on until then. I do want you to know that there is a beauty that lies in the darkness. There are little gold nuggets left there for you. You may feel like somebody has left you, or that you are leaving an emotional situation. There's some sort of heartache and loss. This would normally be the 3 of Swords, which are 3 swords stuck in the heart. So very heartbreaking sort of things that you may be seeing, things that you may be feeling and experiencing right now. Or they're going to turn you a little cold here, okay? You may be feeling a little bit cold, a little bit left-brained, very left-brained, Sagittarius. Don't be afraid of that side of you. Take it and try your best to be productive with any energy that is there to try and bring you down. You use that to your advantage so you can show the universe that you are not going to take lessons and not use them, right? And then once they realize that, you'll go ahead and start getting better lessons for the most part. Next, and lastly, we have protection coming through here from Spirit. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Calling back your power here. You are protected in that journey. Cutting the cords and soul retrieval. You are protected in this journey. If you can give yourself the space and the trust. If you can trust in yourself, Spirit feels trusted because you are Spirit. You're protected in your endeavors. You are protected in everything that you're going through right now. If you knew that you could get exactly what you wanted, what would you ask for? What would you work for? Those are things to write down within these next 2 weeks. Make sure you check your rising and moon sign as well. These are your messages, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.